Have you ever sat across from someone and felt something off? They're smiling, speaking kindly, asking the right questions, but somewhere deep inside you, in that quiet, wordless place, a chill runs through you. You don't know why. You can't explain it, but your gut is whispering, this person is not what they seem. Think about that moment, a sudden discomfort in your stomach, a slight tension in your jaw, a subtle but undeniable signal from your unconscious. Something doesn't add up. Carl Jung, one of the most profound explorers of the human psyche, called this dissonance the shadow, the dark part of the personality that we repress yet cannot fully hide. The shadow is the resentment behind the compliment, the envy behind the cheer, the rage behind the polite tone. It's not always obvious, but it leaks out in whispers and glances, in sarcasm, and if you know where to look, you can see it. So ask yourself, is there someone close to you, a friend, a colleague, even family, who makes you feel uneasy, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Let's explore 8 hidden signs that someone near you may secretly resent you, even if they do everything in their power to pretend otherwise. The first sign is contempt disguised as irony. They joke often, but their jokes seem to cut a little too deep. They make fun of your appearance, your ideas, your dreams, and when you react, they laugh it off. Relax, I'm just kidding. You're too sensitive. Don't you know how to take a joke? But it keeps happening, again and again, and always around the same vulnerable parts of you. This isn't humor. This is disguised aggression. Jung believed that what we repress in ourselves, we often project onto others. When someone mocks you for your insecurities, they're often exposing their own. They laugh not because it's funny, but because they can't face something in themselves, and so they strike it down in you. Ask yourself, do you leave conversations with this person feeling smaller, humiliated, or unsure of yourself? Then pay attention, because what looks like banter might be a mask for contempt. The second sign is subtle sabotage. It's not the obvious knife in the back. It's the missing piece of information, the advice that leads you astray, the honest mistake that sets you back right when it mattered most. You tell them about a new job you're pursuing, and they forget to pass along a key contact. You ask for their help, but they're too busy. You're depending on them, but somehow things always fall apart. Once, maybe coincidence. Twice, still possible. But when it becomes a pattern, especially when it happens at moments that matter, you need to ask yourself, is this accidental or intentional? Jung warned that people who can't deal with their own failures often act out their frustration by holding others back. They may not even realize they're doing it, but their shadow, the part of them that envies your ambition or confidence, acts for them. They don't sabotage you because they hate you. They do it because your progress threatens their fragile identity. The third sign is silent competition. You share good news. They respond with their own. You talk about something you're proud of. They quickly mention how they've done it too, or better. It's not a celebration. It's a contest. There's no space for your joy, only a tug-of-war for attention. People who feel deeply insecure often can't tolerate seeing others succeed. Your light, instead of inspiring them, casts a shadow over their self-worth, so they fight back, but not openly. They try to one-up you, or change the subject, or make your success seem small. But make no mistake, this isn't about you. It's about the image they're clinging to and what it would mean to admit that someone else is shining. The fourth sign is superficial support. They show up, but only just. They offer help, but it always comes with a delay, an excuse, or an undercurrent of reluctance. You can sense it. Their congratulations feel hollow. Their presence feels performative. They say the right words, but nothing about it feels sincere. And when you really need them, they vanish. Jung described something called ego dissociation, a disconnect between what people show on the outside and what they truly feel inside. They don't hate you in the traditional sense. They simply can't connect to your success because it triggers something they'd rather avoid in themselves, so they keep a safe distance. Just enough to appear supportive, but not enough to be truly there for you. The fifth sign is control disguised as care. They say they're worried about you. They give you advice, often unsolicited. They question your decisions, second-guess your instincts, and remind you how you should be living. It feels like love, but it doesn't feel free. This isn't about helping you, it's about owning you. Jung noted that people who feel chaotic or powerless inside often try to control the world around them. They try to manage you so they don't have to face themselves, so they disguise their control as concern, their criticism as care, and their dominance as love. But if every conversation leaves you doubting yourself, ask what they're really offering. Love doesn't make you smaller. It doesn't make you question your worth. The sixth sign is gossip and triangulation. They don't confront you directly. Instead, they talk to others. You start noticing strange behavior, friends becoming distant, colleagues treating you coldly. Something's changed, but no one can tell you why. That's how gossip works. It's slow, silent, infectious. People who carry hidden resentment rarely say it to your face. They say it in whispers, in carefully chosen words that plant seeds of doubt in others and eventually in you. Jung wrote that people project their inner insecurities onto others. So when someone spreads rumors about you, it often reveals more about their own pain than anything you've done. But that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Reputations are fragile, and a single poisoned voice can echo longer than 100 kind ones. The seventh sign is a lack of joy in your joy. It's subtle. You share a success, and they pause, stiffen, change the subject. They say congrats, but their eyes don't smile. Maybe they even roll them when you're not looking. Envy doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just goes quiet. People who care about you celebrate your joy. They lift you up not because it benefits them, but because it brings them genuine happiness to see you win. When someone can't do that, when they shrink in the presence of your light, you're seeing their shadow in full form. Jung taught that envy is the soul's confession. It reveals where someone feels most empty, most unfulfilled, most lost. So if your victories seem to drain someone instead of delight them, you may be walking beside a silent adversary. And the final sign, the most subtle, yet the most revealing, is nonverbal dissonance. Because no matter how well someone speaks, the body never lies. A glance too quick to look away. A smile that fades the second you turn. Tension in their voice when they say something kind. Hands that clench when you speak about success. You feel it, but it's so faint you wonder if you're imagining it. You're not. Jung believed the unconscious always finds a way to speak. When someone suppresses their true emotions, those feelings leak out through tone, posture, and micro-expression. If you feel unsafe or unwanted around someone, even when they're saying all the right things, your nervous system may be picking up on something your rational mind can't decode. Trust that, because long before betrayal is revealed, your intuition sees the shadow. Now pause. Think about your relationships. Is there someone whose presence leaves you drained, unsure, or quietly anxious? Have they mocked you, competed with you, pulled away at your best moments, or undermined you in small, almost invisible ways? The truth is, hidden hostility rarely stays hidden forever. It seeps, in jokes, in glances, in missed calls, and in the slow erosion of your confidence. You don't need to accuse, you don't need to fight, but you do need to see clearly, because the most dangerous people are not always the loudest. They're the ones who smile while quietly hoping you fail. Protect your light, not with anger, not with revenge, but with distance, clarity, and the strength to trust what your soul already knows. When someone shows you their shadow, no matter how subtly, believe them.